Hello YouTube, Zombie Slayer, and today I'm just going to show you my nearly completed uh, duck hunt farm range, whatever you'd like to call it. Don't really care, but okay. Let me just get to the start. So in the description I will have a download to this map. This map is almost complete. The only thing I didn't do is program it. I'll show you why later, but I physically can't with this computer. It lags too much, as you can tell now. I'm getting like 10 frames per second and not doing anything. Once the machines start going, and it gets very, very slow. But here's the introduction. Here's the button to start the random level generator, which I'll start and just show you quick. As you can tell, my computer already can't handle it, and it's barely doing anything down here. But I'm also rendering a video and recording this, so that could be the problem. Go on. There we go. Okay, so as you can see down here, it's got this big ring. It's got this pulse going around. As it reaches this point, it goes, and these pistons go one at a time in a loop, which moves this strand over one, just like you just saw. And the current only travels through solid blocks, not through glass blocks. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stop this while I'm down here. There is a lever up there, but I don't think I'll be able to get up there because it lags too much. Let me get rid of this. Oh, where's the wall? Alright, hold on a sec. There we go. Okay, so anyway, that does lag quite a bit, especially with my junky computer. So, I wouldn't recommend it unless you do have a good computer, but you can pull this lever to stop it. If it does lag too much, it's really no big deal. Basically, this is where you go. You got your two controls here, the reset and the start. Start does what it says it does. It starts it, although I like I said, did not program it, so they're all going to go at once at the moment. So let me just show you that real quick. Just push the start button. Of course, it lags even more, and there they all go. Now, when this is set up to work like a normal duck hunt, what happens whenever you miss one is the cart will land down here. Because it is moving up there, it will keep moving in whatever direction it's going. It will hit this sensor, this detector rail. It will lag your computer up. Alright, come on, wake up. There we go. This pulse will then travel down here. It'll travel to this, which shortens the pulse and makes it uniform no matter what the length of the pulse is. And then it travels here, which is the scoring system. If you saw before, there's a scoreboard up top. Every time you miss, it will... Okay, random holes. It will do what I said it should do. Sorry, that was in the wrong spot. Alright, you know what? I'm just going to make more of a mess than it's worth. The pulse will travel into here, and it will come this way. Now, when it's reset, all of these will be retracted. This first pulse will travel into here. It'll hit this latch, which will send a pulse out towards to the scoreboard, and it will expand this piston. But by the time this piston expands, the pulse will be done because it was shortened. So then you will complete this circuit, so that next time it will come to this one. That'll go to the scoreboard, it'll expand this, and then the next time it'll go to this, and then the next time this one, and so on. And it'll keep going. There's a max of 8 if you do miss all 8. Alright, I'm just going to get out of here and show you some of the other kind of machine inventions I made to make this possible. Up here, this is the track for the pulses that go to the scoreboard. I got some vertical transmissions coming out of the ground, which is where you saw it. It just kind of went down a tunnel. It ends up here. Next, this is the programming grid, which, as you can tell, none of them are set because it lags too much, and I can't do it. Like, if I go to change one, it double clicks it. Okay, didn't that time. Didn't that time. Okay, well almost every other time it would double click. So if I can program it, I will, but I most likely won't be able to. But anyway, there's 3 paths for each one. As you can see, they're all in groups of 3, which go to the same one. And over here, there's 3 paths which each power one of each of the 3 groups. So as you can see, there's a torch every 3 which powers it for this path, torch every 3 on that side, and then on the back there's some redstone every 3. So basically, whichever random game is selected, it will start every 3rd repeater, and there'll be different paths. You know, it's complicated, but I think you should understand. Now what happens when you're done with the game of 8 and you want to play again? You hit this reset button, and what this reset button does is it not only resets the scoreboard, as you will see in a second. F1 mode's awesome. So as you can see, it resets the scoreboard in like a cool kind of pattern going left to right. But I never intended that. And, oh, what's this? Oh, those carts are loaded again. Ignore that one that's stuck, that's because they're all going at once and they're bumping. But it automatically reloads the carts from this. Now this is the most impressive thing I have here, other than the scoreboard underground circuitry. What this does is it lines them up and it separates them by a specific pulse length. And that pulse length is determined by this, which when power goes on, it shuts off and then turns this back on very quick, which advances all of these a tiny bit since they're on a slope on powered things that are off right now, and they move up a tiny bit. When they get to the bottom, they all go. And these are offset because when they're next to each other they rub and they glitch, but right now they're all at the same height for each level. If you go sideways, you can tell, see those two at the same height, and it goes all the way up. And so you don't have to refill this because this holds 8. And what happens when you do run out is you got a manual advancing switch right here. You push it, it advances them all in one slot, and then you can load it again, advance them all, load them, advance, load them, advance, until this whole array is full. It's extremely reliable. It has never failed me, never will, because I don't know. It's great. So I'm gonna go start them to clear them out, and then I can show you manual switch. Let me just start them. I'm gonna reset. Go. All right. So now they're all clear out of the way, except for one. Let me take care of that guy. Oh shoot. Poo. I'll fix it later. Anyway. So I'm going to come over here. This is the more complete side. The more finalized. You hit this button. As you can see, they all advance a little bit. And all the bottom ones go. And they get in their position. And the same thing goes for this side. I mean, it's a little bit uglier, but, you know, don't mind it. See, so they all advance a little bit, they all go up, and they're all in their spot. And they're just ready to be sent on their way. So there's all this room to program. Unfortunately, it's only enough for about a maximum of 8 seconds delay, which means it would have to have a card every second, which might be a little too fast. So I'm going to have to figure something out, or somebody's going to have to figure something out to change that to make it work. But this is basically it. So thank you for watching this. If you found my contraptions and my inventions interesting, and you would like to feature me in a video, just send me a comment. I really can't say no. I'm very, very good with redstone. I can pretty much make any kind of circuitry you'd like. The only thing I can't do is make a computer, because I don't understand how computers work in the first place. so I definitely can't make one out of redstone. But I mean, as you can see, I can come up with some pretty creative solutions to some, common problems in Minecraft machines, and I don't really know my point. So anyway, again, this map will be in the description. If you would like, go ahead, download it. You can program it. If you do decide to program it, make sure you don't screw up any of the other systems. Like, make sure it works. But, just feel free to send me a message with a download link to it, and I will make another video, give you credit for programming it, make it officially completed and available and all that stuff. So that's it. Thank you again for watching.